The cabinet has to consider whether to have more holidays for Songkran holidays because it was postponed during April because the COVID-19 was quite serious back then. But right now, the cabinet member will have to wait for proposal by Ministry of Culture whether to have Songkran holiday on July the 4th and the 5th.
Yeah.
So that people can enjoy water splash festival.
And today the Prime Minister commented on these two things. First, the possibility of having a Songkran holiday introduced for July, which is something that will be quite unprecedented anyway. And then the possibility of the fourth phase of the easing of the restrictions, sometimes starting next month. But if you listen to the Prime Minister carefully today, there's still a note of caution on his part. I mean, he tried to play down expectations that the fourth phase of easing the shutdown restriction is on the horizon. Right? He said, please don't rush. That's his message. He also threw cold water somehow on news reports that Kunathai just mentioned about having a long holiday in July to compensate for the cancellation of the Songkran break in April due to the pandemic. The Prime Minister insisted that before moving to the next phase of the easing of the restriction, there is a need for a serious assessment of the current round of the relaxation of the health safety measures, which began on Monday. And he urged everyone to fully cooperate to ensure that there will not be a second wave of the pandemic. He noted that the fact that there have been very few cases of new infection in the past 1 week is a testament to the country's success in dealing with the outbreak.
Perhaps he just don't want to raise expectation too high regarding the holidays, extra Songkran holidays, and they will have to consider whether it will happen in July or if not, it can happen later. It will depend on government's calculation. And another things that they are considering, Kun Thepchai, is Thailand plans to have travel bubbles with other countries. It will be based on bilateral agreement with other countries in which Thailand have to consider if the situation has improved. So the agreement will have to be designed to keep the novel coronavirus in check while Thailand borders are reopened. And it will depend on incoming international flight as well, because right now it's still being banned until 30th of June or until the end of June. So if they allow to have travel bubble, perhaps they will have to wait until July.
Yeah, it's going to be another long wait, because the Prime Minister said that the cabinet meeting today did not take up the proposal for the country to reopen its airspace to commercial flights from overseas, because we all know that Thailand's airspace has been closed because of the coronavirus for 2 months now, and except for the repatriation flights. I mean, that flights that take Thai people from overseas back to the country. So, and there's been speculation that the ban will be maintained at least until the end of this month. So probably this will be reopening the airspace, certainly will be part of the next phase of the easing of the restrictions. That's something that we need to wait and see.
Yes, and state of emergency remain until the end of this month, so everything perhaps will be in correspondence of relaxing after the end of June.